Greetings, Tiger fans. Welcome to another edition of Hardin County High School basketball. Bill Sharp along with Steve Carnell. We're here at Caleb Welch Gymnasium. We're set for a big game with Fayette Academy from over in Summerville, Tennessee, in the hinterland of West Tennessee near Memphis. And they've made the trip over, and we'll have a girls' game as usual, and the boys following. And so if you got time to come out and watch the Tigers and Lady Tigers play, make that do. If not, stay with us here on K93. We'll be glad to bring you the play-by-play and all the color of Hardin County High School basketball. Steve, hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Good to see you.
I did. Good to see you.
Absolutely.
And hope your family had a good Thanksgiving as well. I ate a lot. Had to go to the doctor yesterday. You know, you get buzz going around.
From eating too much?
Well, she put me on the weight machine, and I said, man, I must have ate a bunch.
Tilt.
Yeah, tilt. I said, you can stop that, sliding that thing down. But anyway, enjoyed all my kids being in, grandkids running around, all that stuff, and all the family.
Ones, yeah. Mine are all in their teens now, so it's not quite.
Yeah, it's not as quite as fun, is it?
Fun.
They do more.
But it's joys. I enjoy having them, but they weren't able to come this year. But we had a nice meal anyway, and everybody was happy, and got to talk to them on Facebook, on FaceTime, that is, and that made it nice. And so we hope everybody out there who are tuned in tonight had the same type of experience over Thanksgiving. But we've got the long stretch heading toward New Year's, Christmas and New Year's. About 8 games between now and January 1. So a lot of basketball coming down the road here.
Yeah, next couple of weeks we got 3 games a week. We play this Friday and Saturday after tonight. And so I'm looking forward to this girls' game. They need a bounce back. They had a terrible time over at Adamsville the other night. Just didn't shoot the ball well. Was really the difference in that game.
Well, they got taken out of their game, and I think when they do, anytime a team does that, it's a shock, but it also teaches you a lesson, and maybe it'll make you better prepared for the next time that occurs. It's going to happen. You're going to have an off night, but you got to be able to overcome. So we're going to take a pause here for a word from our sponsors. We'll come back with tonight's starting lineups after these words. Stay with us here on K93. And we are ready for the introduction of the starting lineups. First, for Fayette Academy is Abby Tucker, who wears number 0. Actually, it's 00. Next off is going to be number 10, Mary Agnes Forrester. And then Lily Gilbert, number 11. And Addison McNabb. And they do that to me every time. They wait to the 5th player and cut the lights off. So we'll try to pick her up in a moment. Head coach is Dayton Green. Now for the Lady Tigers. First off of the bench there is Riley Strickland, followed by Hannah Miller, Shaylee Green, and Avery Beavis. All of these and Lily Beth DeBerry. Lily Beth had an award this week, named as Player of the Week for the Jackson Sun. So congratulations to her.
I'll tell you what, going back to Tuesday night, I can't remember a game where we had our 2 outside shooters just be cold
Zilch.
At the same time.
Zilch.
It just doesn't happen very often, but I don't think we'll see that ever again. It was just a bad night.
I hope not. I hope you're absolute-mundo correctamundo. So, Shaylee Green is set to jump against Abby Tucker at midcourt. Tigers in white with maroon. And Fayette Academy red with black or blue numbers. Tap's going to be controlled. It's Strickland. And she'll get it over to Lily Beth. Now on the right side, here's Miller for 3. It's going to bound off the front rim, land up on the supports behind the backboard, and it will be Fayette Academy's ball. Full court pressure being applied by the Lady Tigers. Attempted steal at midcourt. Tucker manages to get it through, loses it in the forecourt though, and it's going to be picked up by Strickland. Riley on the run. Goes on the left wing, left side. LB has it. Back across now to Strickland. In the corner to Miller. Chris passes on the perimeter right now. Here's LB for 3. Bang, got it right there. So she starts out the week with 3, and the Tigers are up 3-zip. Here's a long pass down the court, and actually threw it over the defense, and down there was Tucker to receive it. And now there's a shot off of the right wing for 3. Man, that nothing but net. And if she'll turn, I'll try to get her number. That's going to be number 24, McNabb. So McNabb gets that 3 back, and then Tigers come down the floor, tied at 3-all. 6:49 left to go here in the first period. Miller has it on the right wing, goes down to Beavis on the baseline, back out to Miller. They're camped out on the right side. Here's a long 3 that's off by Miller, no good. Rebound taken down by the Lady Vikings, coming out with its Forrester. She gets it over to McNabb. Now they're looking against the 2-3 Tiger zone. Here's a baseline jumper from 6. No good. Rebound, Green. Green gets it over to Strickland. Strickland running into the forecourt. Fayette Academy got back quickly enough. They stopped it. Now here's a shot from a deep corner. It's off and no good by Miller. Or rather, that is going to be by LB. It's off, no good. Tapped out of bounds and on the rebound, and it will be Tiger basketball. So Green will inbound it just right of the backboard on the inline. Here's a lob inside to Green. She gets it back and then kicks it out on the left wing. Here's a 3 that's off and no good by Miller. And now a loose ball is going to be batted around, knocked out this time, and touched again by Fayette Academy. That's 2 times that the Tigers thought they had given it up and ended up getting the ball back anyway. So 5:56 left to go in the first. We're tied at 3. Tigers with the basketball. Miller on the left wing tries to lob it into Green. Has it stolen away. McNabb on the run. Crosses underneath. It's going to be stolen away under there by Beavis. Beavis outlet pass now. Now, I believe that's Miller on the left. She does. Hannah Miller hits a three off of the left wing, and that is much more like it when it comes to that outside shooting. Tigers now lead it by 3. Lady Vikings coming down the floor. 5:22 left to go in the first. So, with it's Tucker. Now here's a steal inside, coming out with Miller. Miller gets it over now to Strickland. Strickland to LB. Down to Miller on the left, underneath the Green. Green open underneath, she scores. Yes, that's the way to work the basketball. So Shaylee Green gets her first deuce on the night, and the Tiger lead is 5. Here's almost a steal at midcourt. Coming up with it is Tucker. Stops at the free throw line, kicks it back. Here's a bank shot for 3 that's off, no good, and that is Lily Gilbert who took the shot. Rebounds taken down by Green, off now to LB on the right side now to Hannah. Now a lob into Green. Once again, she has it about halfway up the post. Here's a 3 off the left side. It's going to be in and out, no good. Rebound, and that was going to be LB on the shot. And the rebound is going to end up in the hands of Fayette Academy. Across the timeline comes McNabb. Now driving, going in for what I thought was going to be an attempted layup, but it was a pass underneath, and it got batted away by, I believe it was Tucker under there who touched it last. It's out of bounds. So everyone retreats to the south goal, and here comes LB across the timeline on a slow dribble. Down in the corner now to Riley. Now on the right side, Beavis had it. Now to Miller for 3. Won't go. Rebound taken down by McNabb. 3:47 left to go in the first. 8-3. Tigers up by a nickel. And across the timeline comes McNabb dribbling. Gets a 2-3 zone tap. It's going to be stolen away by Beavis. Outlet pass quickly to, and they're going to call traveling on Riley Strickland as she maybe put in an extra pump on her footwork. They're going to give it to the Lady Vikings in the forecourt. Gilbert on the left side now to Tucker. Turnaround jumper is going to be off, no good. Blocked by Green. Loose ball picked up by Strickland. Strickland across the timeline. Lobs it to Green at the high post. Underneath to Miller. Miller slides under. Kicks it out on the left wing. Tigers have an open shot now. Strickland wouldn't take it on the right. She goes in the circle and then dishes it back to Beavis on the baseline. And there's a whistle and a foul called. Foul is going to be on Forrester. Her first and the game's first. So, Tigers will take it out on the baseline. Inbound to Hannah Miller. Now to Strickland. Stops. 12-foot jumper in and out. Green with the rebound. Comes dribbling out on the left side. Back outside. Now here's Miller for 3. Yes. Miller drains one from the head of the key. And now the Tigers jump up 11-3. And we'll have to see.
They threw it out of bounds. I'm sorry.
I didn't
have my mic off.
I did not see it go out of bounds, but they're going to give it to the Tigers. They had an errant pass there. I thought she fielded it on the sideline. But give it to the Tigers. Chance to add to that 8-point lead over this trip. Here's a pass underneath the Green. Green about 12 feet away, backs it off. Goes to Strickland on the right side. Strickland looking for some help. To Green. Cross to Miller. Miller was going to take a 3 instead dove in and then backed up. Got a pass back from LB and then nailed another 3. So, one thing about it, Hannah likes these rims better than she did the ones in Annabelle. 14-3. Miller with 9 on the night already. 2:05 left to go in the first. Tigers on top. Here's a long shot off the left wing. It's off no good by Forrester. High rebound by Green. Green will dribble it up the floor. Give it off now to DeBerry at midcourt. On the left wing now. Down to Beavis in the corner on the right, left. Back around on the other side is Strickland in the corner. Long cross-court pass. to DeBerry. Now to Strickland. Strickland drives, finds Green underneath. They're going to call a foul. It's going to be a second foul on Forrester. And it will be Tiger basketball with 1:32 left to go in the first. Inbounds to Green, head of the key, goes right side now. Here's DeBerry for three, won't go, rebound, taken out. And here comes Lily Gilbert into the forecourt, stolen away, tapped away, I think, by Miller, picked up by Strickland, and the Tigers have it back with 1:15 remaining in the first period. They lead by 11. Down in the corner now to Beavis. Quick lob pass inside to Green. Can't go with it. Now a shot off the left wing is up and good as Lily Beth is going to pick up her second three tonight. And the Tigers are outscoring the Vikings 17-3. Timeout on the floor with 51.4 seconds remaining here in the first period. We'll take a 30-second pause for a word from our sponsors. We'll come right back. So, Lady Tigers burning the nets up here in the first quarter. They're up 17-3 and have shut down, with the exception of one shot, the entire Fayette Academy offense. 43 seconds remaining here. With its Tucker in the lane, tries to get it underneath to, I believe that's Addison West. Yeah, that's Addison West, the substitute. And it's knocked away. It will be Tiger basketball. Into the forecourt they go. Now to Strickland, head of the key, left side to DeBerry. To Miller, underneath the Green, trying to get her a shot inside. They go on the other side, however, a three. It's off by Strickland. No good in the corner from Miller for three. Yes. So she has hit 4 threes in this quarter alone, and it's 10 seconds. Tigers up 20-3. So McNabb takes it in, has it batted away there. Here's a long three off the right side, right as the time. Tigers will take it to the second quarter, leading 20-3. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Okay. Lady Tigers put on a show in the first quarter. They lead 20-3, and it could have been worse. Averly Warren will check in for Green here. That's the only notable change I've seen in the lineup for this quarter. Here's a pass as Fayette Academy works it inside. McNabb had it lost underneath, picked up by Warren. Kicked outside. Tigers on the offensive attack. Here's a three on the left wing. And that's going to be Lily Beth with a three from the left side. And now the pass on the left wing by the Vikings as McNabb tried to get it over to Gilbert, but it was tapped and knocked out by a Tiger. I think it was Miller who got her hand on it last. Give it back to the Lady Vikings. Tucker on the right side. Now left to McNabb. And it's a pass inside, stolen away. Coming up with it, Strickland. Or that's Green, rather. Green running with it down to Miller in the corner on the right side on the offensive end. Long cross-course pass to DeBerry. She tries it a little outside and goes to Green on the left, and then we're going to throw it away. They're going to say it was touched last by the Lady Vikings. There's a pass on the side there intended to Green. It got knocked away. Tigers will take it out. Now to LB, head of the key. That rhymes. Miller back out now to DeBerry. In the corner, and I'm going to throw it away. As J.D. Jeans checked into the game for the Lady Tigers. She tried to pass it over on the inline, and it went through the hands. I believe it was LB on the baseline. And it will be Fayette Academy's basketball. On the other end, Tucker on the left wing. Tigers still in that tight 2-3 zone. Here's a jumper from just inside the line there by West. Rebound taken down. Coming out with it is Jean. Jaylee brings it across the timeline, goes inside, back outside to Jean on the left now. Long cross-court pass. DeBerry has it. Giving her to the three. She doesn't take it. Instead, Green comes outside. Now they go to Jean on the left. Across the court. Under to DeBerry, under to Green. Drives under for a layup. She's going to be fouled in the act. And I don't believe there's been a foul called on Hardin County tonight. That's going to be on Hannah Craig, who checked in for Fayette Academy. First shot by Shaylee Green. It's cleanly in the cotton. Tigers lead 24-3, 6:03 left to go second period. Right here, Makeda Welch Gymnasium. Steve Smith press box, of all places. Second shot. Good, got them both. Lady Tigers playing close to perfection. We missed a few outside shots, but no really major mistakes tonight. Here's a three put up by McNabb on the other end. It's good. So she'll stop their slide a little bit, offensively speaking. Now it's 25-6 with 5:40 left to go here in the second period. Tigers with Jean outside or DeBerry now across underneath now to Warren. Warren, turnaround jumper, nailed it. Looked like they made that. They've been working on that play for 6 years. So 27-6. Here's a attempted steal, and I thought DeBerry had it for a second, but they got it back. The pass in the lane, stolen away by Warren. Outlet pass now. That's to DeBerry underneath the Warren for the layup. So Haverly Warren gets her fourth point on the night. And it's 29-6, 4:56 left to go here in the first half. With it now is Gilbert. Passes it in, gets batted away. Loose ball is picked up. Down the floor goes, and I believe that's DeBerry. Instead, that's Miller. Miller goes under for the shot. It's blocked, but she's fouled. Foul is going to be on Tucker. Her first. And that is the team's sixth. Only the second in the quarter, though. As to the line goes Miller. First shot's good. And there may be they're waiting for a substitution. They're not going to be able to get it in. Miller will get another shot here. She hit them both. The Tigers are 4 for 4 from the free throw line. And the Vikings haven't taken a shot. So Strickland sits down, so does Green. Into the game comes Jean back in, also Beavis, okay. So, as Fayette Academy works the perimeter here with 4:30 left to go. Drive in the lane. Here's a jumper. It's by Tucker. It's no good. Rebound, Warren to Strickland. Riley brings it down across the timeline on a right-hand dribble. Over on the right side for DeBerry for a long three. It hits the rim twice. Won't go. Rebound taken down by Beavis. Now to Jean on the left wing. She tries a three. In and out. No good. Warren with the stick back. Yeah, Averly Warren gets her 6 point. And they don't have an answer for her. She's at least 10 feet taller. 10 inches taller than that. 10,
Most
10
teams we played hadn't had an answer for her yet.
Here's a steal inside. Coming out was Jean. Jean's on the floor. Loose ball. Now they're going to call a jump ball. And J.D. Jean was off to the races before she had control of the basketball. And if she had been able to scoop it up, it would have been probably a bullet speed down to for a two. But Tigers will take it out in the backcourt with 3:43 in the second period. DeBerry down on the baseline. Out now to Beavis. Over to DeBerry for three. This one won't go. Rebound picked up and controlled by West. And over to Tucker. Tucker to McNabb. They'll go in the paint. Finally gets a block by Warren, but picked up there by Melanie Jackson, who's come in for Fayette Academy. 3:04 left here in the second. Tigers up 33-6. Now there's a holding call that's going to be assessed against DeBerry. That'll be her first, team's first. Into the game for the Tigers, Kelsey Newell. Also, Katie Parrish, Kate Helen Parrish. 2:57 out. Not a shooting foul. And working outside is Fayette Academy. McNabb has it to Tucker in the corner. Back to McNabb. Crossover. It's batted away by Warren. Picked up in the forecourt by Newell. Newell over to Beavis. Now to Jean. Back to Beavis and banks a shot in the middle. About an 8-foot jumper by Avery Beavis, and she gets on the board with two tonight. Tigers working the ball very well. Up 35-6 with 2:15 left to go in the half. Already relatively deep down the bench. Here's a pass on the corner now to Abby Tucker. Tucker's in the lane, has it stripped away there by Gilbert. Warren comes up with it, gets it out now to Jean. Jaylee Jean in the forecourt on the dribble. Gets it over now to Beavis in the corner now. Newell stops, running jumper from 12, got it, yes. She started it from 12, but it went in with about 7, so give it a nice shot there by Kelsey Newell. She's on the board, and it's 37-6. 1:34 left to go in the first half. Tigers in control. Driving in, banking a shot, and scoring for Fayette Academy is Abby Tucker. She got inside, banked it a high bank, and it's 37-8. 1:18 left here in the half. Newell has it on the right side now to Parrish. Left side now to Beavis, to Newell, to Jean. Newell tries a three off the front rim with the rebound, and stick back is Warren. Won't go. Rebound taken down by McNabb. 53 seconds left to go here in the half. Tigers up by 29. Here's a shot that's off, no good, and a follow, it's off, no good. Warren will get the rebound. get it outside now. And that's Gene on the left. Now to Newell on the right. To Parrish in the right corner. Back underneath the Warren. They're trying to lob it in. Didn't lob it high enough, and knocking it out is Melanie Jackson with 28 seconds remaining here. They were saying that the Tigers touched it last. I didn't see that. But that'll be an argument for a later time. Across the timeline comes McNabb. 20 seconds now. Cross court to Tucker. Back to McNabb. Nab and throws it in the paint, and the loose ball is going to be scooped up by Warren. Outlet pass now to Newell. Newell in the forecourt. Gets it over and under now to Beavis. Beavis kicks it out on the right wing. It looked like there was going to be a shot there by Newell. A whistle and a foul call. That's going to be on Mallory Fowler, who's checked in for the Fayette Acd. Here's a shot at the buzzer. It's off, no good. Just barely had enough time to get her hand on it and push it up. And that's the end of the first half. Lady Tigers, I would say, have it under control, 37-8.
Well, and we were wondering about their shooting. They started off a little cold, then, just like anybody else, you get that feel, and they keep shooting. And Miller had a good first half. LB had a good first half. And then, they were just kind of off to the races, playing good defense. But like I said, not a whole lot of fight from Fayette Academy. They're young. We're a bigger team, more experienced team. That shows here with a 37-8 lead.
No question about that. Nice little crowd here tonight as we come off of the holiday weekend. And, of course, we know that we'll be heading to Central Alabama on Friday night, and then we've got a Saturday day game coming up, and we'll let you know more about that when we know more about what time that game will be. We think it's going to be in the afternoon, but we're not sure. Anyway, 37-8 is the halftime score in the first game tonight, so we'll take a pause here for a word from the gracious sponsors that we have lined up for this year. Be sure to listen in and go by and tell them how much you appreciate the delivery of Hardin County basketball and Hardin County sports in general here in Savannah. So we'll be back after these words. Stay with us here on K93. It's halftime of the first game tonight here at Baseketball Gymnasium. Bill Sharp along with Steve Carnell as we are hosting the Fayette Acd Vikings tonight. And right now on the floor at halftime, the Lady Tigers are out warming up, and Fayette Academy's decided to send their boys out here to warm up in the halftime of the girls' game. But that's entertaining. But 37-8 is the halftime score. Lady Tigers in control. Let's look at the scoring real quick for Fayette Academy. Leading scorer is Addison McNabb with 6, and Abby Tucker with 2, and that's all. 6 and 2 is 8. So for the Lady Tigers, as Steve said earlier, Hannah Miller had a good half. She had 14 points. She was followed by L.B. DeBerry, who had 9. After that comes Averly Warren, who came in the second quarter off the bench and scored 6. And then Shaylee Green had 4. Also, Kelsey Newell came off the bench. Avery Beavis both had 2 points apiece. So that's the scoring for the Lady Tigers. And I think they'll probably coast to victory here in the second half. Probably will start running the clock somewhere in the middle of the third period.
Yeah, like I said, they're a 1A school. Fayette Academy is a small school. And but we had to come out and kind of find our way a little bit after last week and get ready for this long stretch. We got to play a lot of people, playing on Friday and Saturday, and I think we've got another three-game week coming up, and then we'll turn our attention at the end of December to district time. And that's a whole different animal there.
Absolutely, but as I said earlier, and you alluded to earlier in the season, that the more of these different scenarios we go into, and the different types of defenses we face, and the hardships we have to face, and lack of success in some areas, will pay off down the road as we begin to still work on those things and practice and get used to them during game situations. So.
Yep.
Okay, a couple more minutes before the beginning of the third period. We'll take another pause here for a word from our sponsors. We'll come right back. Lady Tigers lead it 37-8 at halftime. Back after this. Nice and chilly outside as Jack Frost comes early in December this year. And nice place here in Maqueda Welch. So if you want to get out of the cold, come down and watch some Hardin County basketball.
Yeah, good thing we're not playing outdoors, that's for sure.
There you go. So Fayette Academy has the basketball to begin the third period, and they'll work it on the outside. Tucker has it. Goes to Gilbert. Now to McNabb. Pass underneath and shot up. It's up and good as they're going to catch. Get her to. Okay, that's going to be Forrester who picks up a deuce, and gets the Lady Vikings to double digits, 37-10 now. Tigers come down the floor with their original starters under there. Now Strickland left open underneath. Found a hole in the defense, and so Strickland is going to pick up a early deuce here underneath with a little dink shot under there, as they used to call him. Now Tucker working outside on the other end to McNabb. She'll lose it inside. It's going to be picked up and controlled. However, erratically by Craig on the right wing. Back to Craig, goes through her hands, and Green will pick up the loose ball. Get it over now to Riley, down to Hannah for three. Yes. Whew. She makes that look easy. So she's got 17 now. And here come the Lady Vikings. Tucker down on the baseline. Jumper's off, no good. Coming out with it there is Craig. She'll get it over to McNabb. To Tucker. Splits a double team. Goes under for a 10-foot jumper. Won't go. High bound off the rim means that Tucker gets it back. Goes under and tries another bank shot. Missed it this time. That is Beavis with the rebound. Gets it out now to Strickland. Down in the corner now to DeBerry. Underneath to Riley Strickland. And she's going to pick up 4 early points here with shots underneath the basket. And she's not known for being terribly, terribly tall. 44-10 now. 5:42 left to go in the third. Driving in. Get it back to Tucker. Now Craig has it, and it's going to be tied up there on the floor with Miller. Hannah digs in knee deep in a little pile there, and it's going to be Tiger basketball on the alternation. Hell ball the call. In comes Warren, out comes Strickland. So Riley's going to take a blow. And here come the Lady Tigers down the floor with 5:30 left to go in the third. On the left side, now to Beavis outside. Here's Miller for three. Yes, sirree. So Hannah Miller on a path to a big night with 20 here and 13 minutes left to go in the game. Because I'm sure some of that's going to be spent on the bench as they put substitutes in. But Gilbert drives down, kicks it over to McNabb in the corner. Her shot for three is off, no good. Rebound, Shaylee Green. Green across the timeline. Goes to LB on the left side for three. Off the back rim. Rebound, fought for, and kicked out of bounds by Miller. It's kind of an awkward play for her. The ball bounced in between her shoes, and she couldn't get a hand on it before it went out of bounds. So, 4:40 left to go in the third. 47-10. Here come the Lady Vikings. Tucker inside. Jean, I thought she traveled, but she in the lane, trapped under there by Warren. We'll throw it down on the baseline, and I think they're going to say it was touched last by Beavis. So Avery Beavis touched it last. It will be inbound now. Driving in, and it's batted away, and coming out with it is Beavis, who gets it over at midcourt to LB underneath the Warren. Warren tries to turn around to shoot, and Craig will tie her up underneath, and it will be Lady Viking basketball backcourt with 4:16 remaining. 37 points the difference, and they have not started to run the clock yet. There's a pass off to Gilbert on the right side. Now to Forrester. Now a steal. Coming up is Miller in the forecourt, stops in the circle, and we'll throw it in the corner where none of the Lady Tigers are able to chase it down, so it's out of bounds. Things getting just a little bit raggedy here. The precision has dropped off quite a bit from the first half for both teams. Tigers still up 47-10. Don't forget boys action coming right after this. Here's a steal, trying to split a double team. Picking up the loose ball will be DeBerry. Down in the corner now. Miller had a three-point shot, tried to pass it in. Warren will come up with a loose ball as it was batted. Now around to Green, under to Warren. Warren to Miller. Now to Green for three. Missed it. Rebounds, shots put up by Miller that's no good. But a whistle and a foul is going to put Hannah Miller on the line. And that foul is going to be on Craig, her first. To the line goes Miller to shoot two. First shot's off, no good. Now a host of four substitutes coming in. And looks like Warren and Parrish, Miller, Newell. Second shot is up and good by Miller. So she's one of two on this trip. And it's 48-10. As I said, Parrish is in. Also, Strickland is on the baseline along with Warren. Also out there is Kelsey Newell as they work outside trying to find a hole in the Tiger defense. Shots off from the corner, no good. Rebound Warren, outlet pass is Jean. There's Jaylee Jean. That was the one I was looking for. Now the Tigers work at perimeter. Strickland goes to Jean in the corner, lobs it all the way across. Here's Newell giving the three. Instead goes back to Jean for three. It's off the back rim. Newell with the rebound. Hustling play there by Kelsey. Here's a three-pointer off the side by Newell. It's no good. Rebound Warren. Follow wouldn't go. And it will be then recovered by Fayette Academy, and they're running the floor. Down the floor they go to Tucker. Outside now to McNabb. Her shot for three is good. So Addison McNabb delights the fans here from Fayette Academy with a three, and it's 48-13. Newell on the left wing. Now under. Warren has it. Goes right wing now to Jean. It's a lob under. It's going to be a little too high for Warren to bring down. It's out of bounds. 2 minutes left to go in the quarter. Third, that is. 48-13. Lady Tigers in control. So across the timeline will come Gilbert. Down in the corners, a three shot for three that's off, no good by Craig. Rebound taken down by the Tigers. Coming up with it, it's Strickland underneath. They go across the court from the lane there, from left to right to Jean. Back outside now to Strickland. Now to Newell. Parrish in the deep corner left side. Strickland lobs underneath, tries to catch Warren. Gets through her hands. I think she got caught one on the nose there. And coming up with the ball is McNabb. McNabb dribbles in the forecourt. She goes into the lane seeking a layup and will end up being knocked to the floor by, it's going to be on Warren. And now they're bringing a coach out to check her out. She might have taken it on the knee. They're going to check her out and see if she's okay. But let's see. 1:18 left to go in the third. 48-13. There's timeout on the floor for the injury. They're going to bring her off the floor. She's having a hard time in a little bit of pain. So it will be Fayette Academy basketball with 1:18 remaining here in the third. Inbounds they go. Gilbert has it. There's a long three from outside. It's up and good as Mallory Fowler hits a three. So 48-16, Tigers get it down the floor. Newell is going to be tripped as she took a pass from Strickland. Whistle and a foul is going to be called. I think they called it on Gilbert. Fouls are not going to be a problem in this game. So inbounds to Jean. Left side to Newell. To Parrish underneath. Wide open for a layup. Here's Warren. So Warren gets her 8th point on the night. Here's a long three-pointer. It's well short. It's going to be saved out there by Parrish. And she gets it over to Strickland, and the Tigers, with 30 seconds left to go in the quarter, come down the floor to Newell. Underneath, Parrish is open momentarily. It closed up as McNabb came across, but McNabb, I think, is going to get called for the foul, yes. And to the line will go Kate Ellen Parrish. We're in 0-0. First shot good. That's her first points on the night. Coming in for Fayette Academy is Caroline Wilson. Parrish looks like a free throw shooter, and she definitely is. She hit both of them. 20 seconds. Across the timeline. On the left side now, McNabb. Now over to Fowler down in the corner on the baseline, and batted out. Touched last, I think, by Averly Warren. So 9 seconds left in the quarter. It's an inbounds pass stolen away by Strickland. She's at midcourt, 6 on the run. 4 drives underneath right at the buzzer. Warren gets the follow and scores just at the horn. Nice play there by Averly Warren. She's going to pick up her 10th point as the time expired on the clock, and the Tigers go into the fourth quarter up 54-16. We'll take a pause for a word from our sponsors. We'll be back in 1 minute. Okay, so we're ready for the fourth and final period of this game. With the score this lopsided, I'm going to go out on a limb and say we won't be doing overtime. But lots of young Tigers getting on the floor. Sophie Northcutt on the floor for the Lady Tigers. J.C. Jones in. Warren is still in the lane there at the low post. As the Tigers work it across, there's a whistle and a foul called by substitutes on the other end. That's going to be Addison West, who picks up a personal foul. And quickly, the Tigers take it out inbounds. On the right wing now is Newell. Now, it's a steal, and going down for a shot is a substitute for Fayette Academy. I didn't get her number. She missed it. Rebound will be picked up, and with it now will be Sophie Northcutt. Down the floor they go. And with it is Wilkins, Abigail Wilkins. She gets bottled up on the sideline, and they either called her for a floor mistake or she stepped on the line. They're going to give the ball out to Fayette Academy. Down the floor they come. They drive it in underneath and putting up a hook shot from down on the low post left side is, I'll find her number in a minute. Yeah, that's going to be Craig. A steal on the other end, and down the floor comes Fayette Academy once again as they got a quick steal. While I'm trying to find a number out there, is Mallory Fowler got two on that previous trip. Now on the line and shooting 2 free throws is Tucker, Abby Tucker. First shot's off, no good. Tigers up 54-18. Clock is running full time now. She missed them both. Rebound coming out with it there is Northcutt. On pass down the floor with it is Wilkins. There's a driving layup, no good. Warren with the rebound, followed, didn't go. Got it back. She's underneath, kicks it outside to Northcutt. She'll drive in, put up a shot, no good, but Warren gets to follow. Warren came in right behind Northcutt and picked up her 12th point tonight. 56-18, clock running at 5:17. Driving in, putting up one for Fayette Academy is Tucker. Rebound taken down and controlled there by Wilkins. Now across is J.C. Jones. Here's a long shot from the right side, a three. It's no good. Warren with the rebound, baseline, kicks it back outside. Now Jones has it out on the right wing into Warren. Warren has it stripped. Coming out with the ball is Craig. Craig gets it over to Tucker. And I'm not sure what the call was, but they're going to give the ball out to, maybe it was a substitution. I don't know, but they're going to give the ball out side court to Fayette Academy. 56-18, if you just joined us, it's been all Tigers thus far tonight. As down on the right wing, a three is put up, no good. Rebound is taken down by Jones. Jones gets it over now to Wilkins. Now to Warren. Now back out to Jones. 4 minutes now. As I said, the clock's been running full time. Into Warren. Warren throws it in the corner. Almost gets away, but saved by Wilkins. And now there's a pass on the sideline that is going to be out of bounds. Give it to the Tigers. And Kaylee Bomar into the game for the Lady Tigers. We'll send it. Abigail Wilkins has it. Gets it under Warren. Warren goes up and scores. So nice shot there. Is Averly gets 14 so far tonight. That's, I think, her biggest night thus far as a varsity Tiger. Driving is a steal. It's taken away. Coming up with it is Bomar. It's batted away again. This time it's touched last by Fayette Academy, and we're under 3 minutes to go here. Here's a pass down to Northcutt in the corner. Back outside now to Jones. Now there's a steal. Coming out with it is Fayette Academy. And Jones runs from behind and steals it away from her. I did not see a foul call, but now they're going to call a foul on Fayette Academy as she tried to reach in on Wilkins. And they're going to give it to the Tigers in the backcourt. 2:20 left to go now. Clock running. 58-18. 40-point lead. Here's a long three from the corner on the right side by Northcutt. No good. Rebound fought for and knocked out. Jump ball is called. Give it to the Lady Vikings. 1:58 now. 58-18. They go to Craig on the right side. Driving on the baseline. She will be, I think, fouled as she goes into the lane, or maybe they just got knocked out. They're not going to put up any numbers here, so I guess maybe he just got knocked out. Give it to Fayette Academy. Inbound. Here's a three-pointer from the corner. It's off, no good. Rebound. It's taken down by Northcutt. So Sophie Northcutt across the timeline for Hardin County. Goes to J.C. Jones on the left side. Here's a three that's off and no good by Abigail Wilkins. Rebound picked up by the Vikings, and with 1 minute approaching here, they'll dribble it down the floor. Forget boys action coming your way. Here's a steal by Averly as Warren gets a steal in the forecourt. 55 seconds, and they're going to come and steal it back but not be able to get control of it. And they'll run it right into the corner. Out of bounds, give it to the Tigers. Averly Warren. Lob it outside now to Northcutt. 32 seconds now. Down in the corner. There's a three that's put off and no good by Bomar. Rebounds picked up by Jones. Lob underneath to Warren. She gets two more. So Warren gets her 16th point tonight. And she is going to rival Hannah Miller. But she's going to run out of time here. 12 seconds. 10 in the lane. Shot off, no good. Rebound. Warren gets another rebound. Over now. Running is Northcutt. 1 second. Tries to get a shot off. Too little, too late. And the game comes to a close. 60-18 the final. Lady Tigers put a whipping on our Vikings tonight. And will sort of shift their aim to northern Alabama.
Yep. Yeah, that'll be a little different game over there. They got a pretty good little old team. They fought us hard in the first half over here, but it's a little bit different playing over there, and they'll be ready for us. That should be two really quality games on Friday night, boys and girls.
It always is. I don't care what condition either team is in. They always play close to each other, and that's always an enjoyable thing to see.
I'm glad we shot the ball well tonight, kind of got that out of our system, and everybody got to play too. Every player, they work hard each and every day in practice, and they've been rewarded several times this season so far.
It's also suppressing some of those nerves that might come along if we need them later on in the season, at least slowing them down a little bit, getting used to game-type situations.
Somebody gets hurt, anything can happen. Right. Somebody gets sick. We're getting in the sick season anyway during this year, this time of year. So everybody's needed. You always hear it, old cliche, next man up, next woman up. And everybody's getting a lot of playing time, so no excuses there for not being in the game because there's several of them have clocked a lot of minutes so far.
Absolutely, Sahib. Your wisdom just kind of milks through.
Just flows out.
Every time I turn around. Okay, final score, Lady Tigers win at 60-18. We've got more. Yes, we have got more basketball for you here on K93 tonight, so please stay with us here as we wait for these young men to get warmed up, and we'll have more basketball before you know it. Okay, we'll take a pause here for a word from my sponsors. We'll come back with some scoring in the first game and get set for the second. All right, starting lineups being introduced for the nightcap as the first one out is, they got these crazy numbers now, it's hard to see them. See Con Dozier, also Clay Anderson, and Corbin Bowling. And, of course, the lights go out, so I can't see the rest of them, and we'll try to pick them up ASAP. Yes. As the lights go down, spotlight comes up, and we'll have head coach Ryan Geyer's starting five being introduced. First out is Peyton Murphy. Then Jackson Burdine. Murphy, a senior. Burdine, a junior. Lamarion White, a junior. Jaden Davis, a junior. And Corbin Smith, a junior. The five starters. Assistant coaches Nick Ritter and Todd McGee. So we'll have action for you here in just a second. So, jumping center will be Jaden. And he will control the tap, but it goes right into the hands of Fayette Academy, and they're going to take it up and score as Harris Armour gets a deuce right off of the tap as it tipped three different players and ended up in Harris's hand. He lays it up for the deuce. It's 2-0. So here's a long pass down the floor. Now a three-pointer on the left side by Davis. Gets his own long rebound. Second one's good. So Jaden Davis gets three. And it's 3-2 Vikings as they come down the floor. Working on the outside, playmaking is Anderson, Clay Anderson. Here's a shot down, pass down on the baseline and a shot off. Crossing the lane, no good. Smith with the rebound, outlet to Davis. And the Tigers are in the offensive end. 7:05 left to go first. Jaden backs up. Gets a pick there by Corbin. Now Lamarion gets it over. Here's a three by Davis off the right side. No good. Rebound and a quick outlet pass is Bowling. He'll go up. That's Dozier, rather, as he'll go up and regain the lead 4-3 now. Full court zone press. Tigers beat the pressure. Murphy has it in the forecourt. On the right side to Davis. Down in the corner now. White goes down, and now here's Murphy for three. Yes! Famous for that outside shot of his. Going to be nice to see Peyton turn it on one night and see what all he can do. Across the timeline. Trailing 6-4, Fayette Academy has the basketball. With it's Anderson on the right side, down in the corner on the right. Dribbling outside and throwing it into the backcourt for a backcourt violation will be Vikings as Dozier tried to pass it out to the wing and there was nobody there. It went out of bounds, or rather went into the backcourt. Fielded there, and a turnover will be Tiger basketball with 5:53 left to go first period. And the Tigers work offensively. Smith at the high post. Over to Jackson for three. No good. Rebound Smith. He goes under, goes up for the shot. Can't get it to go, but he's going to go to the free throw line. And let's see who the foul is going to be. It's going to be on Bowling. His first, team's first, game's first for that matter. Corbin Smith on the line. First shot's off, no good. Tigers have not done that well from the free throw line this season. And second one's good. And the Tigers now lead by 3, 7-4. 5:30 left to go first. Driving into the paint and back out to Anderson. Here's an attempted steal by White. The ball will end up in the hands of Bowling, I believe. No, Armour. And he will get a deuce underneath. That's Harris Armour. Tigers work up against the press as Burdine gets it over now to Davis for 3 on the left. Carums off and goes into the corner. Saved by Murphy as Burdine will get the loose ball onto the Davis. Davis goes under, misses a shot. Follow is going to be up and good as Davis would not be denied. He'll get his 5th point on the night. And the Tiger lead is 3 again. 4:42 left to go first. Looking like this one's not going to be a runaway. Bowling to Dozier. Down the baseline, Anderson. Jumper won't go. Rebound put up, and I thought in, but no, came off. Rebound taken down by Davis. So Jaden into the forecourt. As gets it to Burdine underneath. Smith gets a little jumper underneath, about a 1-footer, and so Corbin's going to get on the board from the floor now. He's got 3 on the night. 11-6, Tigers up by 5, biggest lead of the night. 4 minutes left to go here in the first. Anderson on the left side. Here's a 3 that's up and good by Bowling, and that got all net. 9-11 now, or 11-9. Let's say it right. Burdine on the left side now to Murphy. Murphy giving a 2 just inside the line. He missed it. Rebound taken down by Bowling. Outlet pass to Anderson. Anderson kicks it out on the right wing, driving and putting up a running jumper as a Dozier fight for the rebound, and they're going to say there's a foul that's going to be called, and I believe it's going to be on Dozier, his first, team's second. And with 3:28 left to go in the first period, Tigers lead by 2. We'll bring it inbounds. Burdine being pressured in the backcourt, gets it across the line, and that is going to be Stanley, who checked into the game quickly, and he'll try to pass it underneath, and he's going to throw it through the crowd there. It's going to come out touched last by the Tigers. Give it to Fayette Academy. 3:12 left to go first. Tigers up 11-9. Across the timeline comes Anderson. Here's a 3-point shot. A little short. Rebound taken down. And here comes White with the rebound. And he runs it forward to Burdine on the right side. Now ahead of the key to Ian Stanley. Stanley drives up and has it. Dribbled it off his leg, I think. I thought perhaps it was touched last by Bowling, but the official right there called it against Stanley, and they're going to give it to the Vikings, who trail 11-9 with 2:44 left to go in the first. On the right side, Anderson now on the left side to Armour. And the ball is bobbled underneath. Coming up with it, Stanley. Stanley gets it out to Burdine. Burdine dribbles into the forecourt. Moves toward the head of the key on the right side of Davis. Davis giving a 3, doesn't take it. Instead gets it back to Burdine. Burdine to White. A bounce pass, a nice bounce pass, but White couldn't hit the reverse layup. They're going to give it, the rebound is going to come up there with Bowling, and down the floor comes Anderson in the forecourt. Driving down the baseline, and underneath for a shot go the Vikings. Dozier's shot wouldn't go, and the rebound's taken down by Davis. Davis down the floor to Burdine on the baseline. Spin move underneath to Smith, who's alone. Missed the layup. Rebound taken down by Armour. 1:43 left to go. First period, 11-9. And a 3-point shot off by Armour. Rebound Burdine. 1:33, and the lane goes in. Has it batted away and touched last by Bowling. as they are. I'll have to say this for the Vikings. They're playing good defense. They're right on top of everything the Tigers have tried to do tonight. And Burdine has been covered up. Inbounds to Wyke. Wyke for three. No. Rebound, Burdine. Long rebound outside underneath to Stanley. Stanley lays it up and in. Ian Stanley gets his first two on the night. And it's 13-9. Tigers by 4 here. 1:16 left to go in the first quarter of this game. Armour lobs it underneath. There's a jumper. It's going to be up and good by Zane Pike. May have been one of those players I didn't catch at the beginning of the game. Murphy will have it in the corner. Tried to get it out to Burdine, blah, blah. And finally the loose ball is going to end up in the hands of the Vikings with Dozier. Now driving, one-handed jumper running. It's off no good. White fights for the rebound. And he and a to-be-named later player, that's Dozier, will go to the floor, touch last, out of bounds, give it to the Tigers. 35 seconds left to go, first period, 13-11. Tigers hanging on. There's a long pass down to Murphy, and he'll have to save it inbounds, and he wasn't able to do it. That's just indicative of the way we've played this game against their defense so far. Threw it away, and Murphy just could not get to it in time. 25 seconds left. 13-11. Tigers by 2. Outside is Clay Anderson. He's going to pull Burdine out to him. Anderson, reverse move, goes in and going to go up for a shot. Can't get it off. It goes out of bounds, and they're saying it's touched last by the Tigers. He never actually went up for a shot once he got under there. The ball's shot out of there, so I don't know what happened, but they're going to give it to Fayette Academy with 7.3 seconds remaining. Inbound. Here's a jumper. It's off no good. Fight for the rebound. White's got it. He goes to the floor with 2.2 seconds remaining, and they're going to call traveling. That's going to give the Vikings another shot with 2.2 seconds remaining to tie or go ahead in this game. Down by 2. Anderson will inbound. Gets it in. Here's a fadeaway jumper right at the buzzer. It's off no good. And the quarter will come to a close with Hardin County leading it by 2, 13-11. And we'll be back for the second quarter right after these words. Stay with us. Different games tonight is the runaway that the Lady Tigers won earlier tonight. I think it was 60-16 or something like that. Is not being repeated in this game. Tigers up by 2 at the end of the first period. They work it inside here as they start with the basketball to begin the second quarter. Burdine stops left the wing to Davis. Davis not giving that 3 out there now. Has it stolen away. Coming up with it is Armour. Armour will go in underneath, put up a shot, rolls off the back rim. Now outside. Anderson now to Armour. Here's a 3. It's going to be up and good. And, yeah, that's going to be Clay Anderson for the 3 there. And Fayette Academy takes the lead for the first time tonight. They lead at 14-13. So Burdine gets a pick from Smith, give and go underneath. Smith's wide open, lays it up and in. Nice play by Corbin Smith to break inside the lane. And when Burdine retrieved the basketball, he immediately looked inside and he was wide open. So it's 15-14 now. We're seesawing with the lead. With it is Armour. Armour goes under, loses it to Smith. Smith will save it in, get it out now to Murphy. On the fast break, Davis goes in, is going to go under, or they're going to call a foul or a charge. Looks like it's going to be a charge. And yes, indeed, they're going to call. That's going to be a Davis for his first foul. And with Tigers leading by 1, here comes Fayette Academy down the floor on the offensive end. On the left side, they go to Bowling. Now under to Anderson underneath, going under and giving a pretty easy shot under there is Pike. Zane Pike gets his first 2 points on the night, or actually his 4th point on the night. And it's 16-15 Fayette Academy now. Burdine in the corner. Murphy stops baseline to Burdine for 3. Off the back rim. Rebound taken down by Pike. Pike over to Bowling. Down in the corner to Armour. The left side, he crosses the lane, flips it up, and there's a whistle with the ball on the floor. It's going to be on Smith, I think. His first. I think these officials' fingers are getting smaller every year. All right, Tigers down 16-15. The Vikings with the basketball, driving and putting up a shot is Pike. Rebound Davis. Davis has a struggle for it, and it's going to be knocked out. They say Davis touched it last. So, give it to the Vikings baseline. 5:34 left to go in the half. 16-15. Fayette Academy on top. Now Pike drives, has a working against Wyke, and now they're saying he traveled with the basketball. And that will give the ball to the Tigers on the floor mistake. And this full court pressure has definitely slowed down the Tigers' offensive possessions tonight. Into Murphy. Now to Wyke. Wyke in the lane, goes all the way in and takes it to the glass and scores. Marion gets his first 2 points tonight. And the Tigers regain the lead, 17-16. 5 minutes left to go here in the second. There's a jumper from the high post left side. It's up and good, and that's Bowling for 2. Now to Burdine, now to Wyke. They beat the press in the forecourt on the left side. Now here's Ian Stanley for 3. Yes. Ian got it on the left side. Gun down to 3. Tiger lead is 2 now. Here's a 3-point jumper. It's off no good by Anderson. Rebound taken down by Murphy. Murphy to Davis. Wyke crosses the center court line. Goes to Burdine on the right wing. 4:22 left in the half. 20-18. Tigers on top by a pair. Wyke dribbling to Davis. Crosses right to left in the circle and going to get called for traveling. He was defended there by Anderson, and Anderson kind of tripped him up a little bit. Check, that's Harris Armour who tripped him up. But they're going to call the 4 mistake instead of the foul and give it to Fayette Academy. 4:06 left now in the second. 20-18, Tigers by 2. Anderson on the right wing. Outside now to Josh. That's Geiber. I think that's how you pronounce it. Now, driving shot is up and no good there by Pike. Rebound taken down by Wyke. Now Wyke dribbles in, goes over to Stanley in the corner left side, back out to Jackson Burdine. Now back to Stanley. Out to Aiden Coleman, who's in for the Tigers. He'll go back to Burdine. Burdine for three. Yes. Jackson Burdine hits the three. Dead away from the backboard. 23-18. Tigers lead by 5, and I don't think we've led by more than that tonight. So 3:09 left to go here. Driving in a jumper. It's off no good. Rebounds taken down by Coleman. Now to Burdine. Burdine across the timeline to Wyke in the corner, giving a three. Instead drives in. It's going to go up for the shot. Got it, yes. And he's fouled. Nice play by Lamarion. I thought at any time he was going to stop and take a jumper. Instead, he took it all the way in. And that's going to be on Henry Armour, I think, yeah. And that's going to put Lamarion on the line for the three-point play. Got it all. So, Tigers jump up by 8 now. 2:48 left to go. Good time to do that heading into halftime here. Across the timeline comes Anderson on a slow dribble. Stops, takes a long three, banked it from dead away. Wow, you don't see that very often. But you got to hand it to him. Not how, it's how many. Tigers cross the timeline. Davis gets it now to Stanley. Now to Smith. Davis on the left side now to Wyke. To Burdine. Burdine, spin move on the right wing, has to back it back up. So Anderson's going step for step with him. Down in the corner now. Jaden has it. Comes in, circles in the lane, and has it knocked away. And a foul is going to be called on Fayette Academy. I believe it's going to be on Dozier. His second. That matches up with what's on the scoreboard. Inbounds to Wyke. To Davis on the left wing. Back to Wyke. Around now with Coleman. To Wyke. Kicks it outside. Here's Stanley for three. No. Rebound. Taken down by Bowling. Bowling out to Pike. 1:38 left to go in the second period. Tigers up by 5 now. 26-21. Pike drives, goes under, has a shot blocked by Davis, picked up by Smith. Tigers on the offensive fast break. Wyke in the corner now to Burdine. Burdine cross court to Davis, giving the long three. No. Rebound. Smith had it, but got tipped away, and they're going to call a foul on Smith pushing off on the rebound. That was kind of a cheesy little affair there. Second one on Corbin. Right at 1 minute to go here. 1:06 with Stanley outside. Here's a driving jumper. It's off no good and picked up for a follow that's off no good by Dozier, and rebounds picked up by Corbin. Out to Jackson. Now Lamarion takes it down, goes underneath, missed the shot, but a whistle and a foul. It's going to be called on the rebound, and I got a feeling that one's going to be on. That's another one on Corbin. That's 3. So he picks up 3 quick fouls here just before the half intermission. 40 seconds to go. Anderson across the timeline. Goes in the lane now to Dozier. Here's a turnaround jumper. It's off no good. Or it's blocked by Davis. Davis gets he comes up running up the floor. Now there's going to be a whistle and a foul called as it looked like Dozier was really leaning into Davis. Clock stop at 28.9 seconds remaining. Tigers leading by 5. And Burdine will dribble on the Tigers' mouth at 19 seconds. And man-to-man defense being performed by Fayette Academy. Burdine will penetrate on the right side to Davis. Davis picks up the dribble back to Burdine with 4 seconds. Drives in the lane, puts it up at the buzzer. It's off, no good. Now in the corner, White gets a shot off, but it's going to be too little, too late. That is the end of the first half of play. Tigers lead it by 5, 26-21. And some work to do in the second half.
Yeah, it's a good ball game. I was trying to think. Last year we went over there and handled them pretty well at their place. They were a little bit smaller, but this looks like a lot better team that we played over there. They may have been young last year, got a year under their belt, but they're giving us everything they want. And they're really doing it with the press, and that seems to be our bugaboo sometimes. But we're going to see a lot of it as we move forward, especially Friday night, and then as we move into the district. So this is good for us.
Well, I told you before that I looked at their classifications when I got them off the internet last night, and it showed 5 seniors, but we've only seen like one of them. The rest of the players that have scored for them are sophomores and freshmen. Henry Armour is a freshman, and he scored in the first half. Zane Pike is the only senior I see that's actually done much scoring in the first half. So they're a young team as well. So we got lots of basketball ready for you in the second half. 26-21, Tigers on top. We'll be back after these messages.
Welcome back to Michaela Welch Gymnasium. I'm Steve Cornell along with Bill Sharp bringing you Hardin County basketball tonight. We're at halftime of the men's game. The Tigers on top of the Vikings, 26-21 in a good one. Let's bring in Coach Kurt as the Lady Tigers put it on the Lady Vikings. Are they the Lady Vikings or Vikinettes or what?
I really don't know. I have no idea.
I think more like Lady Vikings. I don't know if Vikinette is a word. But anyway, put it on them pretty good tonight. scored 60 in the game. You got to play a lot of players tonight, but more than anything, I think you were probably glad to see your shooters get their touch back after Friday night.
Yeah, that was the big thing, and that's what I was joking with to Hannah after she made a few. Like, she came out, and I think she missed the first 2 she took, and then she made 6 or something like that. And after we'd subbed them all out, I was joking. I was asking her how nervous she was after she missed those first 2. And she tried to act like she wasn't. I was like, I know you were, because I've been you before. I know exactly how you were. And she's like, yeah, I was a little bit nervous. But we shot it well. Lily Beth shot it well. Hannah obviously shot it well. Defensively, to start the game, we decided to press them, and because we felt like we had an athletic upper hand on them and just a talent upper hand, and we executed well, shot the ball well, and just didn't never let up, and it led to led to everyone playing and extended minutes for everyone as well.
Yeah, you kind of had a Jekyll and Hyde week last week. You probably shot the ball about as good as a team on Monday night. Then Tuesday night at Adamsville, probably shot it as worse as a team from outside. And then tonight had a good night. Now we go on the road for a couple of games, Friday and Saturday, Central Alabama Friday, and then in Baldwin, Mississippi on Saturday.
Yeah, we just that's what I told them after Adamsville. I know we came in Sunday to practice, and I know they were expecting me to be ill, and I was just all, bubbly and whatnot. I was like, what do y'all want me to do, get mad at you because you shot bad? Like, there's nothing, we can't control that. You can control everything else. You're going to shoot bad sometimes. It's going to happen, and it's not going to be the last time it happens. You just got to play through it and move on and have a short memory. And that's what they did. It was good to see them bounce back and play with intensity on both ends. And hopefully we carry that forward through the rest of the week.
Yeah, Friday night will be an interesting game. They gave us fits in the first half with the press. I'm sure we'll see a lot more of that. That was, I think, their first game of the season.
Yep.
So they've got a few games under their belt now. And generally a tough little place to play.
Yeah, it is tough to play up there. And I'm sure they'll look back and say, hey, yeah, we didn't handle their press very good for whatever reason. I don't know, but we didn't. And then they'll obviously be better because, like you said, it was their first game of the season, so I'm sure they polished some things up as they've had some practices in. And it should be a good game. And then moving on to Saturday, we play Shannon, Mississippi, who's going to be a team full of athletes. They get up in you and play very, very physical man-to-man. And it'll be a good game that we need as far as learning how to handle that. So we're looking forward to that one as well.
All right, we're looking forward to it, too. Congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you.
Lady Tigers moved to 4-1 on the season. And we'll be back together on Friday from Central Alabama. Lady Tigers will tip it off with Central Alabama at 6 p.m. You can catch it all right here on 93.5 FM, WKWXFM.com, and the WKWX mobile app. We're at halftime here of the boys' game. 26-21, Tigers on top. We'll be back with the second half tip and the scoring from the first half right after this.
All right. In case you just joined us, Lady Tigers win 60-18 in the early game tonight. And right now, the Tigers are leading 26-21. Looking at the scoring in the first half for Fayette Academy, the leading scorer was Corbin Bowling with 5, and they've spread this out across. Check that. Clay Anderson had 6. And Bowling with 5. We've got Dozier, Con Dozier, and Henry Armour both with 2 points each. Zane Pike had 4, and that's the scoring for the Vikings. For the Tigers, not a terribly high point output for the first half, but the leading scorer right now is a tie between Lamarion White with 5, Ian Stanley with 5, Jaden Davis with 5, and Corbin Smith with 5. Jackson Burdine has a 3, and Peyton Murphy has a 3. And that's your scoring for the first half of play. I expect to see more of the same in this second half. And as Steve indicated earlier, it's a good ball game. This is going to be tight, I think, toward the end. I don't see either team giving up appreciably anything to the other. So let's just lay in weights that maybe the Tigers can pull it out at the end here. So the third quarter's underway, and Fayette Academy with the basketball. Anderson in the paint, outside, Bowling for 3. It's off, no good. Rebound. Smith gets it on the right wing. Wyke will take it from him, headed up the floor. Bobbles it a bit, goes to Davis on the right wing. Davis crosses the circle to Murphy underneath. Smith is alone, puts up underneath, scores. Nice play by Murphy, and the assist there to Corbin Smith. Tigers have a 7-point lead, biggest of the night. Harris Armour on the left wing. Underneath, Bowling, turnaround jumper, missed it. Rebound, Corbin. Smith gets it out now to Wyke. Wyke in the forecourt, looking for Murphy in the corner. They must have the book on him because they're not giving him a shot. Way outside. So Murphy goes to Wyke. Wyke drives on the baseline, catches Burdine in the corner alone. Missed the shot. Rebound is taken down by Bowling. Out a pass to Anderson. Underneath, going up for the shot is Dozier. He goes all the way underneath the basket, comes out with the basketball, out to the free throw line. Now down on the baseline, and a pass inside. Corbin Bowling is going to pick up a deuce there, as they like to move that around a lot near the basket. And we don't seem to be able to stop them. Now to Davis. Tigers lead is 5 now. 6:06 left in the third. Now to Burdine for 3 on the right side. Off no good. Can't buy one. Now White steals the rebound off the baseline. Gets it out to Davis. Tigers will get another shot at it on this trip. Davis takes the long 3. Yes. And Jaden Davis knocked the bottom out from about 26 feet. And it's going to be Fayette Academy now on offense. Anderson stops, guns a 3 off the back rim. Smith had the rebound, stolen away, driving under. Follow won't go as Pike tried to get the follow. It finally is going to be knocked out of bounds, and a whistle and a foul is going to be called on Lamarion, his first. And to the line will go Zane Pike to shoot 2. 5:27 left to go in the third. Tigers up 31-24 now, as Pike hits the first of 2 free throws. Second shot in the air, short, going to go through, and it'll be Tiger basketball in the backcourt, as that's the result of not hitting the rim on a free throw, a second free throw anyway. So Murphy has it down the other end. Here's Burdine trying to pass it underneath to Smith, and a whistle and a foul is going to be called. That's going to be 4 on Smith. And as he sort of got aggressive after the ball got away from him, and now they're going to put Stanley in as Corbin goes to the bench in foul trouble. Anderson at 5 minutes in the lane now. Dozier, or rather Armour, goes in, and they're going to, I guess they called a floor mistake. I didn't see a foul call. They called him for walking. So, give it to the Tigers backcourt, 31-24. That was rather sudden. White to Stanley, way outside, guarded there by Bowling. Now to Murphy, back to Stanley, to Burdine. Now over to White. White kicks it out to Stanley on the right wing. To Davis, head of the key. Could have taken the three, didn't. Now to Burdine. Burdine in the circle to White in the corner on the left side. White dribbles out toward, now drives in the lane, goes under for the shot. And they're going to say it's knocked out by the Vikings. Give it to the Tigers baseline. Burdine inbound. White on the dribble, goes to Davis, drives in the lane, kicks it back out to Murphy in the corner now. And here's Stanley for almost a three, but a two, but it's off no good. Rebound taken down by Dozier. Down the floor they go to Anderson. Her shot won't go. Follow won't go. Rebound taken down by Davis. So Burdine will dribble into the forecourt with 3:52 left to go in the third. Tigers up by 7. White goes under, missed the layup. Rebound Pike. Pike on the right side. Left wing now to Armour. Underneath, turnaround jumper, it's off and no good by Pike. Rebound Davis. He comes out, double teamed in the backcourt, and a whistle and a foul is going to be called on the Vikings. That's Dalton Green given the foul. His first appearance in the game. Stanley has it on the offensive end, goes under, reverse pivot move, goes under and missed the layup. Rebound's going to be taken down by Bowling. Now to Pike outside. Here's a three. It's off no good. Rebound Davis. Now Davis gets across the timeline down on the baseline. Burdine back to Davis. Now to Stanley. 14-footer. Can't buy one. Rebound taken down by Anderson. Outlet pass. Anderson has it. Goes underneath. Puts it off the glass. Won't go. Rebound. Shot going to be blocked underneath as Pike goes up for it, and Davis rejects it, and they're going to call a foul on Davis. And Zane Pike will be at the line shooting 2 more free throws. He's 1 of 4 tonight. And his first shot's up and good. 2 of 5. Now he's missed the second one, so he'll get 1 out of 2 there. It's 31-25. Tigers up by 6. Down the floor they come on the right side. Murphy pivots, drives, goes under, tries a running bank shot, missed it. Rebound taken down by Anderson. He'll weave his way down the floor, get it underneath, and going in and scoring rather handily there is Zane Pike, who picks up 2 more points. He's got 8 now. And the lead is cut to 4. White to Burdine on the right wing. 2 minutes left to go here in the third. Got a 7-foot jumper by Burdine. It's off no good. Almost had his own rebound. He and White were kind of struggling for it, and it ends up in the hands of Pike. Pike across the timeline, goes down to the baseline, kicks it off on the right. Back to Anderson. His shot's short. Rebound White. 146. Both teams struggling to find the mark. Now a kick out pass down in the corner for Stanley, he misses the three from over there and give it to the Vikings on the rebound. Anderson across the timeline. That's Armour, rather, to Anderson. 1:20 left to go in the third. 31-27. Tigers up by 4. Driving layup. Oh, I thought for a second that Bowling was going to hit it, but it fell off. No good. Knocked out of bounds, and it's going to be Viking basketball. Into the game comes Coleman. Out comes Stanley for the Tigers. 1:15. Tigers up by 4. Pass in there. Bowling drives, puts a shot up, no good, partially blocked, and they're going to call a foul, I think, on Davis. Could be on Burdine instead. And that's going to be his second. No, his first. Okay. First shot by Pike is off, no good. He spent a lot of time on the free throw line this quarter. That's his 5th shot. Here comes his 6th. He got 1 out of 2 again. 31-28. Tigers up by 3. 1 minute left to go in the third period. Murphy stops in the circle, goes down in the corner to Davis on the left to Burdine. Burdine going to pass it back to Davis. Instead, it's going to be stolen away by Green. And here come the Vikings. 50 seconds remaining. In the third, down by 3. Driving jumper is going to be off, no good. Rebound taken down by Coleman. 40 seconds. White in the forecourt to Davis. Davis drives down, banks it off, missed it. Rebound is going to be put up and good by Coleman. Aiden Coleman gets a deuce underneath. And it couldn't happen at a better time. 22 seconds remaining. Across the timeline. Tigers up by 5 now. Anderson working against Burdine on the right side, drives in the paint, puts up a jumper and got the roll. So Clay Anderson picks up a 2 there with 5 seconds. Burdine's in the paint, kicks it out now to White. White for the open 3. Missed it. Just cannot buy those threes. So 33-30 is your score at the end of 3 consecutive quarters. So we got one more coming. Stay with us here on K93. We'll be back in 60. .30, Tigers up by a scant 3 points. Just one shot away from a tie game here. And it will be Tiger basketball as they'll head north in McCaleb Welch, as they do in the second half of each game. White inbounds it to Burdine, and we're back underway here. Don't forget, 33-30 the score. Tigers need to take every opportunity to get points on the board. White now to Coleman, who's in the game for the Tigers now, with Smith on the bench. Also Stanley. Now Stanley has it in the corner. No, Davis. Davis now over to Burdine. Now to Murphy. Murphy over to Davis in the corner. He stops. Goes underneath. Forces a shot under there. It's going to be batted away by Bowling. Loose ball is picked up by Armour, or Anderson rather, and he's across the timeline. as the Vikings are seeking that three-point shot to tie the game. But I imagine they'd take two if they could get it. Armour, free throw line. Underneath the Pike, he goes up for the shot. Rejected by Davis. Follow is going to be picked up and taken up and in. And that's going to be Pike for the deuce underneath. 1 point game now. Tigers go to Burdine in the corner for three. Off, no good. Rebound. Tapped by Wyke. Couldn't control it. It's out of bounds. Give it to Fayette Academy. Tigers lead by 1, 33-32 with 6:33 remaining. So Stanley's checked in now, and Aiden Coleman goes to the bench with 6:27 left to go in the fourth period. Tigers up by 1. Anderson drives in the paint, kicks it back outside now to Armour. Armour stops, 8-footer. Man, he swirled it. That thing went around 4 times before it finally went in. So he gets the deuce inside. Tigers trail by 1. Have gone on a dry spot, a dry pen. Here's a steal by Fayette Academy. Anderson in the forecourt after the steal, gets it outside. Here's Armour for three. No. Rebound saved in to Murphy. As Armour saved it in, but right into the Murphy's hands. Tigers bring it down the floor now, trailing by 1. They get it to Davis. Davis right side to Burdine. Burdine over to Stanley to Murphy on the baseline. Drives in, puts a shot up. Partially blocked, won't go. Rebound Armour. Now to Pike. Pike in the forecourt. To Bowling. Now with it is Simpson. There's a driving shot in, no good. Rebound Murphy. Still a 1 point game. Tigers trail by 1. Wyke all the way down for the layup. Got it. And he's fouled. Nice athletic move by Lamarion Wyke. He picks up the bucket. The foul is going to be on Armour. His second. And to the line, attempting the three-point play is Lamarion Wyke. Every Tigers' favorite number 5. In the air, off, no good. Rebound, Davis. So, Tigers will get a chance to increase the 1 point lead they have now. As Davis takes it in the corner, can't go. Pike stops him, and he'll back out now to Wyke at the head of the key. Hands it off to Davis, now to Stanley in the corner right side. Cross court now to Burdine underneath. Going up for the basket is Smith. Won't go. Rebound taken down by Fayette Academy. Zane Pike gets it over now to Anderson. 4:35 left to go in the fourth. 35-34. Tigers up by 1. Here's a driving shot going to be up and good by Anderson, I believe. I get the number right. No, that's going to be Armour. He gets the bucket and he's fouled. So the Vikings go up by 1 and can go up by 2 if Armour can hit this free throw. Got it all. It's a 2 point lead now, 37-35. That's the biggest lead of the night for Fayette Academy. Burdine across the timeline slowly to Murphy, who crosses to the right wing. Now to Burdine, drives in, tries the bank shot. Got it, and he's fouled. Now that's Jackson's signature shot. He hit it. That's on Pike, his first. And Burdine on the line shooting 1 for the 3 point play. Got it. Tigers now lead by 1. 38-37. We're right at 4 minutes left here. 4:04 in the fourth quarter. Tigers up by 1. Pike on the left side, working against the Tiger man-to-man. Here's a three-pointer, went in and out. Follow won't go, rebound. It's going to be, let's see, a whistle and a foul call. And I believe it's going to be on a Tiger. That's going to be on Davis. And that's his third. To the line goes Zane Pike. First shot's off, no good. Once again, Tigers up by 1. Pike on the line with the second shot. Missed them both. And it will be Tiger basketball on the inline. Burdine across the timeline with 3:44 left to go in the game. Tigers up by 1. So Wyke has it to Burdine on the right side. Here's Murphy for 3 in the corner. Can't go. Rebound taken down by Pike. He's running. That's Bowling now. Bowling drives down, puts up a shot, tried to bank it, couldn't get underneath far enough, and now there's a whistle and a foul called on a rebound. It's going to be on Wyke. No damage there, but Corbin Smith back in the game, playing with 4. I'm sure he was anxious to see who that foul was on. Now the first shot by Zane Pike is good. Second shot, got it. Got them both. He has 13 tonight, and right now, Fayette Academy on top, 39-38. Burdine with 3:11. Goes down to Murphy, now to Burdine. Burdine drives in, puts the shot off the glass, won't go. Rebound picked up by the Vikings. They're running. 3 minutes left. Here's a penetration into the lane, going up for the shot, and scoring is Bowling. So Bowling will hit the deuce. It's now a 3-point Fayette Academy lead. There's timeout on the floor with 2:52 remaining. Tigers down 41-38. We'll be back in 30. .252 remaining in this game. Hardin County down 41-38 at the hands of Fayette Academy. And the Tigers have the basketball following the timeout. Burdine goes to Smith, who's come way out high. Now to Burdine on the left wing. Drives to the baseline and kicks it all the way across court to Murphy for 3. Off the back rim, won't go. Rebound taken down by Dozier. Dozier over to Bowling. Now to Anderson. He'll drive in the lane, put up the shot, missed it. Smith with the rebound. 2:17 now. Tigers with a chance here. They're down by 3. Murphy on the right side. Now to Davis, crossing the lane at the circle. To Burdine in the corner on the right. 2 minutes left. Ball's loose on the floor. Burdine saves it. Gets it out now to Murphy. Now to Davis on the left side for 3. He got it. Yes. So, Jaden Davis answered a prayer there with 1:47 remaining. It's timeout on the floor. We're tied at 41. It's timeout, Fayette Academy. We'll take a pause for a word from our sponsors. We'll come back in 30 seconds. Down to the nub, 41-41 with 1:47 left to go in the game. No one has even brought up the O word yet, and I'm not going to either. As Bowling inbounds it to Anderson, outside now to Dozier. Tigers in the man-to-man. With it now is Bowling. Bowling working against White on the left side, 1:30 now. We're tied at 41. Driving, stopping is Dozier. Here's a three-pointer off the corner. Short rebound, Smith. To White. White running, 1:18. Now to Burdine outside on the left wing. He backs up. And will go into the circle. Looking to Davis. Davis drives on the baseline. They're going to call him for a charge.
Oh, hell, he threw his left arm up.
Yeah. So Davis gets singled out for the charge there. He's got 4 now. And so does Smith. So 2 players on the floor right now playing with 4. 1:02 remaining. Tied at 41 with the basketball. Across the timeline is Anderson for Fayette Academy. He drives in to the high post left side. Outside now to Dozier. Here's the jumper. It's up. Got it. Nice shot by Dozier. And it's 42 seconds. Tigers running down by 2 now. In the forecourt, to Burdine. Left side now to Murphy. Now there's timeout called as Coach Geyer stood up standing right behind the official. Gave him the signal. We'll take a 60-second pause here with 35 seconds remaining. Tigers down 43-41. .35 seconds remaining in this game. Tigers will have the basketball underneath their own basket on the left side of the lane. Burdine will do the inbounds to White. White drives in the circle, goes under for the shot, has it knocked away. A whistle and a foul is going to be called, sending, I believe, the foul is going to be on Pike. His third. And to the line goes White. Shooting 2. First shot is up. Got it, yes. Got to have a certain amount of ice water in your veins to be able to knock these down at this point. 32 seconds remaining. Tigers have cut it to 1. White can tie the game. Missed it. Rebound is Armour. 28 seconds now. And now there's timeout called by Fayette Academy. They want a 30-second timeout. 27.2 seconds. Tigers trail by 1. We'll be back in 30 seconds. .27 seconds remaining, and Fayette Academy has the basketball and a 1-point lead. Tigers have got to do something spectacular here. Inbounds to Anderson. Anderson, followed by Burdine in the forecourt. 23 seconds now. Anderson over to Dozier. Now there's a whistle. And a foul
Had to put them
call.
on the line.
Foul call. It's going to be on Burdine.
Spot.
And that is going to put Anderson on the line shooting 2. And so the foul situation benefits the Tigers here. Anderson's first shot, good. That hurt. $20 seconds left in the game. Anderson can make it a 3-point game. Missed it. Rebound, Davis. So, Davis across the timeline, 16 seconds. Drives down, loses the ball. It's going to be picked up by Anderson. Now to Pike. Pike over now to Armour. Armour will be fouled with 8 seconds remaining. And the Tigers down by 2. Armour on the line, shooting 2. Not over yet, but boy, it's not looking good.
That was a terrible turnover at that point. He just kind of lost where he was on the floor. That's a good play by them.
Yeah, they've got some good hands. I mean, they have been quick. And now there's timeout on the floor, a little icing going on here. 8 seconds left to go, 44-42. Fayette Academy will be back in 30 seconds. All right, this is a scenario. 8 seconds left to go. On the line, shooting 2 is Harris Armour. The entire Viking team, with the exception of Armour, is in the Tiger forecourt waiting for him to hit the free throw. First shot's up, good. That hurt.
I believe they want
Now they're going to call a timeout. Another timeout. So with 8 seconds left, it's 45-42 now. We'll take a pause. We'll be back in 30 seconds. To extend the lead to 4 this time if he hits them. Nailed it. 8 seconds left. Tigers inbound. Down the floor they go. There's Murphy on the right side. Missed the 3. Rebounds taken down by Pike, and that's all she wrote. 46-42. Tigers couldn't buy the 3 all night. Rested their hopes on it at the end there, and just couldn't do it. 46-42 the final.
Yeah, you know, it was one of those games where, honestly, they sort of they didn't sort of. They out-hustled us, just put it
well, they stayed
bluntly.
They stayed in places where we didn't want them to be, and we couldn't get them out.
Well, what they did was they sort of just sunk in the middle. They dared us to shoot outside. They didn't want Jackson doing his thing inside. They collapsed a lot. Every time we moved toward the basket, they would collapse that way. We couldn't hit anything from outside very much. Obviously, 42 points in a game here at home. and they just shut us out defensively. They didn't do anything fancy other than just out-hustled us and out-rebounded us on both sides of the floor.
Just quickness and speed most of the night, and they hit the shots that they needed to hit down the stretch when they did.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's how you win basketball games.
Yeah, and, you know, in Friday night, you're going to see more of the same when we go down there. They're going
Absolutely.
They're going to be in the press all night long. They shoot the ball good. They're going to shoot it good down there. So the Tigers really have to
we're going to either learn to
lick their wounds.
They're going to either learn to handle that
Yeah.
or hang it up.
Yeah.
You've got to start playing so that you don't worry about it when you're pressed, that you're used to it, you know what to do, and we're not there yet.
Now, you know,
tonight was the example.
I mean, this is good for us because when we get in the district, we're going to see a lot of that in our district. But anyway, they've got to forget about tonight, get ready for Friday and Saturday. They're going to play a pretty good team Saturday, and we know the team they're playing Friday can play. And so they just got to forget it and, tee it up again on Friday.
Doesn't get any easier from here, I'll tell you that. No. So, 46-42, the final score. Tigers fall. Looking at the scoring and the unofficial scores now for Fayette Academy. Leading scorer was Zane Pike with 13. A couple of players with 9 each. Corbin Bowling and Clay Anderson had 9 apiece. Also, Henry Armour and Con Dozier had 4 points each. Harris Armour had 7, and that's about it for them. For the Tigers tonight, the leading scorer on the night is going to be Jaden Davis with 11. He's followed by Lamarion Wyke with 8. Corbin Smith had 7. Jackson Burdine had 6. Peyton Murphy had 3. Aiden Coleman had 2. And I think that's got it all. So just not the Tigers' night. Lady Tigers win 60-18 in the opening game tonight. We just couldn't keep it going for the rest of the evening. So final score, Hardin County falls to Fayette Academy 46-42. So we'll be on the air at 6 o'clock on Friday night as we go down to Central Alabama. Try to make the trip if you can. If not, be sure to join us here on K93 because we will be there for you. Steve, you got anything you want to add from the Guru Corner?
No. Guru Corner's about guru'd out.
All right. That just about does it for us then. This is Bill Sharp for Steve Carnell and my old buddy Steve Smith saying good night, Tiger fans. Have a great week.